Hey folks, it's Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building. It doesn't stop. Man, I can't even begin to tell you how great this trip has been. And guess what? I'm only halfway through the trip. And I had a great opportunity to speak with Will Smith, who is the lead of the Michigan Hurricanes, return of the legend, to leave a great legacy. And now I have the gentleman who was probably what you want to call general manager slash, head coach assistant. You're the Pat Riley walking down talking to Eric Spoelstra, helping him out. I got my guy, Coach Reeves. How you doing, Coach?
What's up, brother? Good.
Man, we sat down, several months ago, and from the first time we sat down, we kind of set the internet on fire. Not because it was about likes and all that, but the content. You working in the factory, getting these young people together. Right then, you said, "Look, man, I got some things we want to do," and I got to be honest, man. I put this out here to the world. You pretty much came the realest to me as anyone has during this time in SPS, and I think it's fair to say that, considering, and you have done what you said you're going to do. And here we are right now watching the Michigan Hurricanes have a very successful, big time tournament experience here in Las Vegas, winning your pool and looking to be in the Final Four if things go well. But with that being said, you tell me how you're feeling right now, because back home it's about 4:30 a.m.
4:30.
which means that our circadian clock is kind of in between. Like, what's going on, man? What we doing? Are we getting up, going to bed? But tell me what's going on, right?
I probably sleep for about 2 hours. Then me and Will probably meet again in the morning before we play. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm happy that we back, but I'm also happy that we playing good. To me, we 4 games left. We win 4 games. We the champs in Vegas. So I'm excited about it. I think our kids got a great shot of winning this tournament, and I'm looking forward to 4 hours, 5 hours from now.
5 hours from now,
We're playing.
we back at it again. Talk about what it's like for you when you sit across. You and I have our half times at Ray that we get to talk about everything that's going on. What has it been like for you, not in that first coaching chair, but sitting across to impact, still having an impact on the players, but not there directly on top? We know we have Carlos Metlock doing a great job, former pro as well. But what is it like sitting across, but still having an impact?
Um, it's challenging because you still feel like you missed that chair, but I think we did a great job getting Lowe's and DeLandon, and they gonna take their lumps. But for the most part, they doing a great job, and they gonna do nothing but get better.
One thing I noticed when I watched, and I'm definitely gonna put my sports psychology hat on now, when I see you critiquing, giving feedback to them, all I sense is humility from them two young men when you talk to them. I don't sense ego. I don't sense being standoffish. Why is it that you and your way of being pretty direct with the way you communicate, is it fair to say?
Fair.
There's somebody else saying he more than direct, right? But these young men who are coaching up the Michigan Hurricanes can receive that so well. Why is that?
Honestly, because we family. They know it's coming from love. It's to make the program better. Like, I talk to Will probably 5 or 6 times a day. Some stuff he say I don't like, but I know that it's coming from love. Like, we talk about job situations, like things that's going on with me, and I know he's gonna be brutally honest with me because I know it's coming because he cares. So with us, it's like if I see something or he sees something or they see something, we just sit down and talk. It ain't no egos. We all on the same page.
Yeah.
So,
Will made it very clear when I sat down with him, about why he's doing what he's doing. What challenge do you think you face on a regular basis with you returning to coaching after taking some time off and having an impact?
For the most part, I don't let the noise bother me. I do it because I love it.
Is the noise a part of it, no matter what?
It's a part of it, but I think the biggest thing is sometimes if you listen, people will tell you everything you need to know about them. And I think a lot of times these parents get fooled by some of the stuff these coaches be saying. And to me, 2022 is easy to find out about somebody. You can just Google them. I'm just being honest as I can be. I've coached over 20 years. My son was a Division I player. So you can't just come in my living room and say, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to believe it.
Spraying on some nice cologne,
right.
some Boucheron or something like that.
You're going to have to show me. You know, you can't hit me with the and one mixtape. And I think that's today's game. It ain't about the players, it's about the coaches. You know, and what I mean by that is they say they put the players first, but they don't. And that's what a lot of coaches that we have in the game today.
What's an example of putting players first?
To me, I judge success differently than everybody else. If I win 20 games and then at the end of the day, you come to me and say, yeah, Ray, you won 20 games, great job. But then my kids are still in Detroit. It's a problem with that, to me.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people probably gonna get mad on me saying it, but we accept that. Like, we accept that, you know, this is a great coach. He did this and that. But at the end of the day, it's about the kids. Where your kids going? You know, you have a season and then the next year, all your kids coming back to the game, every single game. It's a problem with that, to me.
What makes you unique in the fact that you can put players first and quote unquote provide more opportunities?
Just sitting back, I think when, like he was saying in his interview, when we was gone from the game, we got a chance to sit back and look at it. We go to the games and realize like how people come in here and take our kids, and nobody said that. Detroit is good for that. We'll let somebody just come in and start a program and just we'll feed that guy instead of guys that been here.
Their water is wetter.
Yeah. For whatever reason,
Ice
that's
is
what
colder.
we do. But my thing is, when you look at it, when I was coming up, well, this was one of the meccas. Like, it was Detroit, Chicago, New York, LA.
Absolutely.
So if you, in today's game, and you got college coaches saying, we not recruiting Detroit, or we not coming to Detroit, that should be a problem. We all should take that personal. Like, okay, we need to get back on the grind. We need to do this and that better.
What about the argument that there may be a lack of talent?
I don't agree with that.
You know what? When Ray takes a moment to think about something, he was about to say something, and he said, "I probably don't want to say it like that." I was
right. Well, you've been around me, so you know.
And I didn't mean that. I mean, we just going down the path having a real conversation. Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's just another excuse. But we tell our kids we can't make no excuses. I think that if you putting that work in and you in the gym and you working out every day, they should get better.
They should get better.
You should just go in there and, like, a lot of guys in high school, if you 6'3", coach say you a center. Ain't no coach recruiting him as no 6'3" center. So he should be handling the ball. And we had this conversation numerous times that, you know, he's 6'3", he a guard. So he should be working on guard stuff. And I think that's just the bottom line. Like, people say they working guys out and say they doing it, but it's levels to it.
It is.
There's levels to it. There's a lot of coaches out there that I know do great individual work. I think Scott, Michigan Collegiate, Arnett, West Bloomfield.
Shout out to Nett. Shout out to Scott.
You know, it's a lot of good coaches out here that doing it, but it's a lot of coaches that more worried about what the other guy doing instead of doing what they supposed to be doing.
I really like how you called out, you know, two coaches in particular, guys I've had a chance to sit down with, so people who are watching can know that there's not this thing that if it ain't Ray Reeves, it ain't happening. So there are other people out here doing it. I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit, but you can handle this. With you being back, what's going to be different for basketball in Michigan and in the region now?
I can only speak for me. I can't speak for nobody else.
Fair.
My kids gonna play hard. We're gonna play the right way. We're gonna be disciplined, and we're gonna play smart. That's just the bottom line of it. I think if you watch today, and it's too much of, you know, you got 5 guys out there, 1 guy can handle the ball. In today's game, if you watch, just even on the college or the pro level, everybody handles the ball. So in my eyes, everybody should be in practice handling the ball. Like, again,
what you've shown in some of the training that you've been doing.
Yeah, somebody called the state on that, but I'm not going to get into that, but it's another thing.
We get calls made, around here when we do things. Well, that's an excellent thing. I can't tell you how great it's been and refreshing it's been to connect with you, somebody who's serious about coaching these kids, but also providing opportunities that's kind of beyond what we've seen, present day. With that being said, anybody you want to give a shout out to, or any final things you want us to hear from you before we let you go and get ready for this pool play in a few hours?
Um, I want to shout out to all the coaches that's out there that's really for their kids. I want to give you kudos. This is a hard job because even when you going hard, there's always going to be somebody that's going to say something negative that don't even know you, or it's going to be somebody who you thought had your back cutting you up. So this game really ain't no rewards for it. The only rewards is the kids. My kids go on somewhere, I'm happy.
Hey, let me say this, man. And normally I would just cut out with that, but I've done a lot of interviews and interviewed a lot of coaches, and I want to say this is the first time I've heard a coach acknowledge other coaches in particular, and that I just want to make that known. So if you're watching this, if you watch it again, just acknowledge that. So I think
I don't have a problem acknowledging some guys. It's a lot of good coaches. It's a lot of good coaches. It's also some bad ones. It's a lot of coaches I don't like. I still don't disrespect them and say they're not good, but I just stay in my lane.
stay in your lane. We're doing a good job with this lane to be, and I'm enjoying it. I have to say that on behalf of SPS, it's been great sharing this experience with you guys midway through this Vegas trip. And I want to wish you the best of luck, and I appreciate it.
Good, bro.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Yes,
Always.
sir. This is Lindsey Hudson with SPS with the Ray Reeves in Las Vegas for the Michigan Hurricanes. There's a hurricane in the desert, and that hurricane is making its way back to Michigan real soon. With that being said, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.